Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and a lot of you have asked for some mini albums, so I thought I would give you one that is quick and easy to make. And I will show you the paper that we're using in just a minute. But this is a little fall mini album, and we are going to make something else that goes with this mini album, but it's going to be up on Monday. So if you'll stick around for that, I think you'll enjoy it. But we have just used some fall decorations on the front, or fall ephemera. And then I've closed it up with Velcro. You can close it with magnets or whatever. And then we've got envelopes that we have used. These are just A2 envelopes. Just these brown craft envelopes. They're A2 size that we have used for the inside. And these are put together a little bit different than most envelope mini albums that you have seen. So make sure that you watch the tutorial. So we put those together. We've took out a little tab here so that you can put tags and things down in the pockets. Down in there, each one of them has a pocket. And then we have got, I think, 12 or 13 pages in here. And then there's the back. And you can decorate these up any way that you want. I'm just going to slide some ephemera and things down in there for her. And she can, as she puts her photos on there, she can do the decorating herself. Alright, so let's get into making this mini album. I think you're going to enjoy it. So you're going to start out with a piece of cardstock that is 7 3/4 by 12. And then I'm going to mark up on the bottom at 3/4. Just make me a little line all the way to the end like I do. This is just so we can have a place to start our chipboard. And then on the ends, I'm just going to go in a 1/2 inch because I don't want to have to add more paper onto the end. So that's all I did right there. Up 3/4 and then in a 1/2. That way I have a corner point to start my chipboard in. Alright, your chipboard, you're going to need 2 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. We're going to start out with that. And see, if you have those lines, you can lay that down real even there. So let's go ahead. I think I'll just put some art glitter glue on here. Then we're just going to put that right in the corner. Make sure it's on the line and press it down. There we go. Then you're going to take your centerpiece, and this is 3/4 by 6 1/4, and you're going to leave about a little over 1/8 of an inch. Let's see what that might be. Yeah, it's right at 1/8. Somewhere in there would be fine. You just want it to be able to bend really easy without cracking the paper. And just make sure that the top and the bottom are even. Alright, that looks about right there. And then we'll put our other piece here, and it's the same size as that first one. And again, you're going to leave that a little over 1/8 of an inch between them. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bend these up just a little bit. Now I'm going to take my scoring tool and go around the edges. Just breaks down the fiber in there. Now we're going to cut the corners Leave about 1/8 of an inch between the chipboard and the end of the cardstock. And then you can go ahead and just rock it to break down those fibers and make sure that that bends right around your chipboard. You guys have seen me do this so many times before, making a mini album, but for anybody that's new, this is the way I do it. Then I just take my bun folder and I press it up against there. And these bun folders are great for that because they have that flat end. These are our Teflon bun folders. Alright, we've got that around through there. And now we're going to put some score tape around this. And I'm just going to use that score tape that we got in one of our kits. I think it was actually... may have been April's kit, maybe? May? Alright, now we can peel the backing off, and you can start on the sides, the end, whatever you'd want. I'm going to start, I usually just start on the sides and work my way around. Then when you get to the ends, just make sure that they look nice and sharp. There we go. And I always just tap them to make them, to keep them from being so sharp that they're going to tear. I just tap them down on the desk. Straighten that up a little bit. And again, I tap it. It's still got a nice edge, but it just keeps those points from being so sharp there. Then I'll take this bun folder and I'll go right down there. You don't need to press really hard here because you'll tear into your paper. Just give it a little bit of a fold there. There we go. That is nice. Now I want to go ahead and put my mats on the outside. On the front, I'm going to put this solid, it's kind of a brown, looks like a roughed up paper. I was going to use this side, but I want to do some decorating on the front, and I want it to be a nice background so it doesn't be too busy. Now in your kit you got one of these, and I'm just going to ink these edges up. This is a little dauber. A lot of you said you had plenty of ink, so I thought maybe a dauber would help you. That just takes care of that white edge on that paper. Makes it look a lot neater. So we're going to put that down right there. And I'm just leaving about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So there is that one. I'll go ahead and ink this one up, and I'm just using Vintage Photo. I think I'll use the same side on the back. I was going to use that other side, but I think I'm going to use the same side. I can put some things on the back too. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to put a spine on here. Alright, I have a piece of paper here that is 2 inches by 5 3/4, and we're going to score it at, this is 5/8. Oops. That was not good. And then we're going to score it at 1 1/2. And I just lightly scored because I want to just have a little bit of a line so that I'll know exactly where I want to put this on that spine, so that I can get it kind of even. So we're going to take the largest piece, and it's going to go toward the front like this. And then I just want to even it out where my paper comes here. So it should come to from the top to the bottom of your paper right there. And then you'll have that much on the back. So we're just going to put that on there. I'm going to put quite a bit of glue in here. Alright, now I'm going to flatten it out and take my bone folder to it. Then when you fold that up, you should it shouldn't have any bubbles or wrinkles or anything like that in it, since you went ahead and pre-scored. But when you fold it out, it's smooth too. So I like doing it that way than trying to put it down flat and then fold it up, because sometimes you get the wrinkles when you do that. So see, I think that's cute. Alright, we're going to lay that aside and let that dry for a minute. And we're going to work on our pockets. Now, as you see, I've already gone ahead and done a few, because if I didn't, we would be here a long time. And I know you don't have time to do that, especially on your Saturday. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 is what the card would fit in them. But these envelopes are 4 3/8 by 5 3/4. So this is an A2 envelope. Now I have just split the bottom just a little bit. Just took a little sliver off to split that bottom. And then I have taken my oval punch, and this is a 2-inch. And I went ahead and measured the center on one, but on the rest of them, I just go and I just mark it from that one so that they'll all be hopefully even. And then I just take this and put it on there and give it a punch. That doesn't look too even right there, so let's do that again. That looks better. Alright, this is going to be your top side. This is will be your bottom side. So make sure that you put your paper the right way up. This paper is cut at 5 1/2 by 4 1/8. And you can decide which side you want to use. Ooh, I like that too. I might use that side. So, and I did ink these sheets up. You don't have to do inking. I just like to on something like this because it looks a little bit more vintage. Alright, what I'm doing is taking that glue out of that right there, because I was supposed to put my envelope together before I did that. So what you do to put your envelope together, these are the little top places, the shortest part of the envelope. And you're going to take these and you're going to flip it backwards. See, this is my front of my envelope right here. This is the back, the solid piece. You're going to take this little flap, flip it up, and it's going to slide right down in there. So we're going to put some glue right down through here. You don't have to put it all the way down. You can just put it just a little ways on there if you want to, just enough to hold it. And then you're going to take it and you're going to slide it right down in there if we can. Mine's trying to stick before it gets in there. It didn't want to go in there at all. Now I tap them down this way to make sure that I get this top even as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, because this is going to be the edge that everybody's going to see. That's just going to be your spine there. Go ahead and press that down. Now on this one right here, just take your oval punch again and just punch that piece out. You're going to slide it with this part up. So slide it down in there, just like that. And it's a little bit easier if you slide it down in there and then put your glue on, get it even, and then put your glue here in the back. Just open it up just a little bit and run you a little bit of glue down through there. That's all you need. And then press that down. Okay, so you got all of those together. That's how that side's looking. And we're going to go ahead, and I didn't slice this one with my paper trimmer, so I'm going to go ahead and slice it off. Okay, now I'll show you how we're going to end this, the back piece here. Let me go ahead and slice this envelope. I think I've got about 12 in mine. You can put whatever amount you want to in there. I'm just slicing a little sliver off of there. Now, as on the front, we have a solid piece there. We have this little flap sticking out. So on the back, if you put it in as normal, you're not going to have a solid piece and you're not going to have that flap sticking out. So what you want to do is it needs to go in this way. But then if you do that, you're still not going to have a flap. So we're going to make us a flap. This flap is going to be the one that's going to stick down in there, just like that. And then we're going to take this, lay it on top, and then I'm just going to trim out around this and so that will be our flap, but yet this card will still hold that in there. All right, let me show you that again. You're going to take your regular envelope, you're going to slide it down in here as normal, all the way up. And see, we would normally do that and put another one in there, but we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it laying out this way. This one, we want this side to be up. So you're going to lay that way. Make sure that they're even, these little edges right here. Then you're going to lay that over, whoops, and then all you're going to do, and I'm just going to mark the end right here, then I can do my little curves here in a minute. We're going to slice that off right there, right where I marked it. And then you're going to go ahead and just trim this back part off. Okay. And then I want to lay this up with my two little score lines together, just like that. Open that flap back up, and then just trim to where that back piece is going to be the same as the front. And I'll show you what we've got now. See, we've got, it looks like a double flap there, and that's what we want. Let me trim that a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to slide this down in there, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's even, lift it up, and then I'm just going to run a little bit of glue right down the top there, and then press that down. Then we're going to take this one, lay it right on top of it, and we're going to glue these two flaps together. So try to get it just as even as you can. Now let me hold it up this way and make sure that they're even. Okay. And I'm going to open this up right here and make sure I got plenty of glue right there. There we go. So we have a flap on this side and a flap on this side, and that's going to be what attaches to our spine right there. And then all of these are going to be our pages. Now we need to go ahead and trim this one out just like we did all the others. Alright, and then we just need four more. We need 4 more mats. Okay, I want you guys to see this. Since I'm making this for Melina, I'm going to put this on there. It's got owls on it. I do not do owls, but she likes them, so I'm going to put this on there. Since I'm doing it for her, I will sacrifice. I think owls are evil creatures. Anything that can spin its head all the way around, it's got to be evil. It's like The Exorcist. Okay. So now all we need to do is trim this part right here off. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take my ink and I'm going to ink around all of these, especially where I punched or cut, just to make sure that there's no white edges. Now, just to make sure that this is nice and sturdy, the spine, since these are just the flaps of the envelope, I'm going to use score tape to put this down with, and I'm going to put quite a bit on here. And then I'm going to put a brown piece of paper all the way across the spine just so that it's going to hold. Okay, then we just want to put this piece of brown paper. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered. This is just going to reinforce that spine. Give us a nice even bottom to that. Okay, then I'm going to put more score tape. Oh, look at me just drag everything off in the floor. And make sure that we've got this right, the right way up. Take the backing off of these. Then we are just going to center this up the best we can. Make sure that we've got about the same from top to bottom. Okay, so press that down really well. And then we're going to take this bone folder and we're going to go right down that crease again. As long as you don't put any more envelopes in it than I did, you should have plenty of room on that crease there. And then just slowly bend it up. So there we go. I open it and close it a few times just to kind of get that limbered up a little bit. Make sure that everything is glued down well, because now we're going to put some mats on here to cover that up. So these mats are cut the same size as the outside mats. And I will tell you what size it is if I can find my ruler. Threw my ruler in the floor. These are cut at 4.5 by 6. So we're going to put these right there on the inside to cover all of that up. Then we're going to do the same thing on the front. So there you go. You got the front and the back done. You can put all kinds of little tabs, tags, different things down in the pockets there. So now we're going to do a little bit of decorating on the front, and this will be finished. Now I'm going to take this piece of envelope that I had left over when I trimmed it a little while ago, and I'm going to take this sentiment here, or this piece of ephemera, and I'm just going to put it on here and then trim out around it. I'm going to glue it down and trim out around it. And that's going to make that a little bit thicker. This is going to be my closure. If you turn your scissors kind of at an angle this way, see how this is up, and I'm angling them like this, and trim, then it'll make sure that none of that shows on the front side. It cuts it just a tiny bit shorter than the front. And then what this is going to do, it's going to fold right here. Let me see, I think I will mark the center on this. 3 1/4 right there. And then just fold that around. I'm going to put that on the back right there. And I'm going to use some score tape on this, because I know it'll hold really good and it'll catch quick and I don't have to wait for it to dry. And then this is going to come around, and I'm not going to close it really tight because I want room to put all my photos and things in there, or for my daughter to do that. So we're going to close this with, I could have done a magnet, but I think I'm just going to do some of these little Velcro dots. Okay, once you get those Velcro dots down, just peel that other side of that paper off of there, that plastic. And then all you need to do is just hold it around where you want it and press that down. There we go. Cute. Okay, and then we can put some things on the front and we will be finished. I am going to use this fall, I do believe. This word right here, I think I can get it on there. Let's see if we can. I'm just going to barely stick it down just to make sure before I commit. Oh yeah, we can get it on there. So we'll put That right there. There we go. That's cute. Okay. Then I love this that says autumn is my favorite color, and she absolutely loves fall. Now, what did I do with my pop dots? She is a fallaholic. I used to not like fall, but I like it now, just simply because I really don't like the hot weather. So I'm going to ink a little bit around this. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to clean that. Just want to make sure that that white around the edge doesn't show. And then we'll put that right there, I think. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this is cute. Grateful and thankful. We can put that down there too. Alright, so let's find a few little twigs and things that we can stick up under here to decorate it just a little bit more. And I'm not going to cover those white edges on these stickers. I'm just going to leave them just as they are. Now, of course, we have to do some bling. So let's see what we got here. I think I'm going to put this big one right here to make it look like that's what's holding that closed. And that is it, guys. That is our little album. Isn't that cute? I love that. I think she's going to like it too. Now, we will come back Monday because I have run out of time today. I told you I would get it up today, but I'm just not going to be able to. Now, we're going to come back Monday, and I'm going to make a little container that she can put on her end table that will hold this and a few more things. So make sure that you have clicked that little bell so that you'll be notified when we put up a new video. That will be going up Monday. And we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are not subscribed to our channel, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.